Originally from Trinidad, Jon O'Neill served more than a decade in the U.S. military, first as an Army combat medic and later as an Air Force scientist and analyst. His military service shaped the values that guide him today, with integrity, service before self, and a commitment to excellence. Jon earned a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Physics from the University of the Virgin Islands and an MBA from Webster University, building a strong foundation in both analytical thinking and leadership. With more than 10 years of experience in financial services as a financial advisor, relationship manager, and wealth partner, Jon saw firsthand the burden debt places on families and communities. That experience inspired him to found Pasture Wealth, where he helps people pursue financial wellness through rapid debt eradication and reimagined approach to 401k planning and lifetime income strategies designed to reduce the risk of outliving retirement savings. He believes financial wellness strengthens every other area of life. Jon partners with individuals and organizations to create personalized strategies that deliver meaningful, measurable results. Outside of work, he enjoys swimming, cycling, table tennis, and creative writing, audiobooks, and travel, always seeking growth, learning, and new experience. I welcome Jon O'Neill. Jon, come on down.
Oh, thank you, Dr. LaDonna. And I'd like to share some slides with you. So first of all, thanks for having me, everybody. And today I'm going to talk very briefly on the topic from seed to pasture. Grow your financial freedom through strategic wealth building. Imagine your financial freedom from any seed you have today to a self-sustaining pasture of wealth. No alarm clock, no debt payments, no market anxiety. Start with whatever seed you have, no matter how small. Build lasting wealth and financial freedom on your terms, not on the terms of the media or your family and friends. I want to create some context for what I'm talking about. When we think about a pasture, we think about a lush green field with healthy grass that is well taken care of, well manicured in some cases. Let's relate that in financial terms. It's a self-sustaining system, so a coordinated wealth strategy that produces yield regardless of market conditions, not affected by the market. Diversified cash flows, so multiple streams of tax advantage growth working in sequence to compound your capital efficiently. And then capital access, liquidity on demand without pre-retirement penalty and with principal protection. Let's talk about 3 secrets we have surrounding going from seed to pasture. Secret 1, the seed is already in your hand. A false belief is, I don't have enough to start. The truth is, consistency matters more than the size. Compounding rewards the faithful, not the lucky. The size of your seed matters far less than your commitment to it. Let's consider what a lot of families, the typical American, spend not knowing where it goes. The average family has a $300 in a month spending they cannot account for. For some people, of course, it's less, but for some people, it's more. At the end of the month, where did the money go? Money leaving without direction. Where the idea is, if you can redirect what you have, spending that you don't realize that you're making, you can significantly reach a different place than you are right now, thanks to the help of compounding interest. The sage Warren Buffett said, those who understand compound interest earn it. Those who don't will pay it. Let's take a look at secret number 2. The right pasture protects itself. Markets are too risky. Debt is normal is a false belief. The truth is you can design your field to where you don't have to worry about market forces. Such an account would give you upside participation with at least a 0% floor and tax advantage access. You're now able to recycle these dollars and create and recapture interest that you would be paying to another financial institution. There are already families that are doing this. Is the third secret. It's not just for the ultra wealthy. These wealth building strategies are successfully applied by everyday families using resources they already have. If you combine a repeatable principle with tailored numbers, that's something customized to you, you would create the foundational framework that remains consistent. The specific application is customized to your particular situation. The truth is, you bring the seed, the system grows the pasture. The key thing is the system. In the words of James Clear, he says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Let's consider a case study. Mike and Lisa, unfortunately, were spending 31% of their cash flow to debt, $21.77 a month. They were on track to be in debt for 30 years. This includes their mortgage. So, all calculated, their debt was over $180,000. But here's the interesting thing. With interest, their real debt was over $380,000. That's nearly $200,000 in interest they were paying. This was bleeding their pasture dry before it could take root. The thing is, with the right solution, using their same dollars, a smarter sequence, no extra money out of pocket, they went from being on track to being in debt for 30 years to eliminating that debt in less than 8 years. As a little factoid, right now the country is $18 trillion in consumer debt. So with this plan, Pasture World plan, they accelerated their debt-free date by 22 years. They were able to save over $122,000 in interest. And again, this included their mortgage. What was their result? Well, going on the path that they were originally on, they would have just over $306,000 in retirement nest egg. With an improved plan, they now were able to put aside over $1 million. For them, the cost of not doing this, not having an improved seed to pasture plan, would cost them over $820,000. What would it be for you? There are some names that you may recognize that have used their own seed and transform it into their pasture. No extraordinary resource, but they remain consistent, using the right strategy with patience to let it grow. Ray Kroc of McDonald's, when he started, he was 52 years old, kind of broke, selling milkshake machines. With the right strategy, using accounts where he could tap into his seed, he was able to transform McDonald's now into an international brand. Walt Disney, he went bankrupt before Disneyland ever existed, but he tapped into a seed he had using a specialized account. And now Walt Disney is an internationally recognized brand. Doris Christopher, she started with just $3,000 in a cooking business from her basement, and she transformed her pasture into something that Berkshire Hathaway paid over $900 million for. How do you like these pastures? I spoke about 3 transformations earlier. Perhaps in my breakout sessions, you may have heard me talk about financial wellness through 3 transformations. Your seed to path. Step 1 would be plant your seed. I call this the rapid debt eradication. You want to clear those weeds. Weeds created by taxes and interest that stunt the progress of your seed to pasture journey. You restructure your payments to reduce interest and taxes using money you already spent. You get to reclaim that cash flow for true wealth building. Step 2 is cultivate strategy. I call that the 4-1 reformation, where you get to shift portions to a tax advantage vehicle, even multiple in some cases. Now you get to enjoy market-linked growth with at least a 0% floor. I say at least because in some cases that floor could be more than 0%. That means when other people are losing money in the market, you get at least a 0% so you don't lose your principal. And again, in some cases, more than 0%. You get to access these funds before retirement without any early withdrawal penalty. Step 3, harvest your pasture. I call that lifetime income generation. You get to secure guaranteed paychecks you cannot outlive. Unfortunately, one of the major concerns for retirees is running out of money. So you get to generate reliable income whether markets go up, down, or sideways. Your next step is getting a free guide. The question isn't whether you have enough. The question is, are you ready to plant it if you have not started? You can stop by my website at pasturewealth.life/resources and pick up a free 5-step guide to financial freedom. If you want to discuss this further or see what it would look like for you to even fast track what you're already doing, you may schedule a free consultation at speakwithjon.com. Today, I thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to seeing what your pasture can become. Thank you.